Let's have a look at another book in Mythographic series, which I got as my Christmas present. This time it's Wanderlust and it's by Alessandra Fusi. For me, Alessandra is a new artist. I don't think that I have seen any of her other books, so I was quite curious, and I would say that cover is very beautiful. I do love what we have here in this mix. And I promise that I won't be mentioning any hidden objects. We all know all the problems with this series. So the only thing I want to say is that I would say that they are not as obnoxious, not as visible as in other books. Of course, they are still present and we can see them at the end of the book, but somehow maybe they are smaller, maybe they are more hidden, or maybe I just try to tell myself something something calming about these pictures. Anyway, first I try to concentrate on the pictures by Alessandra, and of course I already can say that she's very good at drawing animals and flowers. I won't mention how they totally mess up with the top part of the beautiful Cathedral of St. Basil in Moscow. It's an amazing building, and to put on top of it an ice cream, I would say that it's insulting. But anyway, let's not think about this one. I do love this sleeping, how it called, puma. Sorry guys, I'm not very good at defining what kind of the big cats we have here, but the picture isn't bad. This one is more in Asian style, and I do love that apart from the dragon we have this very unique animal. I do love to look at films when we have films about them. They are so adorable, so unique, and of course I will enjoy coloring them. Here we have plenty of plants on the upper part. Well, I think that we can do the background with paints, and paints definitely will be my first choice because I will need to mask all those not very good things, but the dragon is good. As usual, paper is very nice. I do love the thickness of paper, the brightness. You know that I'm not a big fan of perforated paper, but I hope that pictures will stay safely inside of the book. Here we have flying fishes, and architecture reminds me a little bit probably about Singapore. Anyway, interesting. Here we have such a mess. We have this ship, probably during the ship wreckage, because here we have around the huge waves we have whales, probably not dolphins but whales, and we have some plants around. I don't know how to combine all those things together. They are not very matching, but I do love the ship, especially this carved wooden mermaid in front of the ship. And maybe when I first do the whole area of the water, it will be easier to decide about the rest of the colors. You know that I love to color water, ocean, wave, so I think that I will enjoy to color this one also. Here we have beautiful octopus surrounded by stupid things, and some architecture. It looks like buildings from Greece. Interesting elements from the underwater life, probably some corals here and here. Well, pictures are definitely very detailed, so you will need to calculate very carefully all colors. This one I absolutely love. Here we definitely have kitsune with 9 tails, and how many tails we have. Anyway, we have also lotus flowers, we have masks of the fox here, many interesting things in this Asian stone architectures, monuments, many interesting things to color, but as I said, we have to be quite careful about color planning, how to attract attention to the main characters, main objects, how to color secondary elements. Well, here we have the horse without, we have part of the body, but well, it's difficult to say where is the body and where is the other parts, but we have a lot of mushrooms. This one isn't exactly for my taste, but at least it's fun how she transformed the mane of the horse into the waterfall for the boat here. Again, here we have page in Asian style, and interesting how the buildings they are on the umbrella. Interesting idea, and many other elements of Asian pictures like koi carps, like lotus flowers. This one is nice. I love how she used together underwater parts with all the medusas and all the planets. And we have maybe he's an astronaut, maybe he's an underwater traveler. Sometimes I feel so stupid when I don't know the right word. And again, here we have a mix of underwater and space. It's like a circle. Definitely these pictures, they require a lot of thinking, because we can transform them into something interesting only with careful planning and trying to decide what will be our main object here, the building or all these flying objects. Oh, here we have winter design, and it's good. Maybe I can do it during January and February. Here we definitely have northern lights, beautiful snowflakes. I need to practice how to do such a beautiful snowflakes, and a wolf and a boat on its body. So it's interesting. Well, this one I noticed for myself as one of the candidates for the winter coloring. Next we have various fantasy castles, flying dolphins around, and dolphin transformed into upper part of this flying board. What a fantasy! It's enough crazy things here to color even without all those crazy objects. Well, maybe in the whole series of Mythographic, this one has the craziest mix of objects, but it's refreshing. I don't mind such crazy mixes. It's always interesting to think about such unusual combo of elements. Here we have some like architecture from India, probably. Again, some South Asian probably designs, and of course beautiful tigers, absolutely gorgeous. Oh, another good winter page here. I do love the moose here. Such a nice page. Here probably we have forest, some buildings. Oh, this one I also will notice for myself. Maybe I can color it during winter season. What we have here, we have this glass bubbles, and inside we have some adorable succulent plants, and we have many rabbits. Well, and in the central part we have this autobus. Indeed, it's a crazy mix of things. You have to think carefully when you select colors. It's challenging book. Definitely, I would recommend it for experienced colorists, and also for those who want to relax a little bit, not to be very concentrated. So maybe such a fun, it will help to be more adventurous in coloring, more creative probably. Sometimes it's nice when page already is crazy, then you also can be crazy with your choice of media to color, with your choice of colors. Here we have this upside down building, and we have the turtle. It's also bring smaller city on her back. Interesting. Well, here we have some kind of sleep. Look here. Here we have this Chinese lanterns, then this interesting plant which I love to color during fall season. You know, they have this beautiful orange color, orange fruits, and in the central part we have a red panda. You can't see it from the first sight, but then when you find it, it's so adorable. Again, it's a lot of fantasy was brought into this book. Oh, this one is interesting because here we have Day of Death. Nice sugar skulls. This one is relatively easy to color. I think that by selecting colors for the skulls and then for the very bright parrot, and maybe from this one it will be easier to start. Here we have this wagon surrounded by probably peonies and some fantasy plants. Well, what a crazy mix of things on these pages. Here this one is relatively easy because we have a lighthouse surrounded by those flying fishes. Scuds, I don't know how to call them in English, I know them only in Russian, but again I think that when we do waves first, it will be much easier to decide about all those corals and other underwater elements and fishes themselves. Oh, this one is relatively easy. We have beautiful giraffe and all those poppies. Well, each time it's like you are trying to resolve some kind of puzzle. This one is beautiful. You know that sometimes I don't mind to color snakes if they are not very disgusting. Here I do love. And ginkgo leaves, they also are beautiful. Well, here we have some kind of circus probably, and the clown. About this one we will have to think of what to do. This one is for lovers of cats. I don't know if a person can color this whole book. I would put a monument to such colorist. It's beautiful. It reminds me about holidays in Sri Lanka where they celebrate their most important religious ceremonies using elephants. Maybe it's a little bit cruel for the animals, but it looks very spectacular, and they have huge history of using and adoring elephants. So that's definitely remind me about that area. Oh, well, this one is sweet and nice and easy. I would recommend this as a starting point to get used to this book. Maybe I also will use this one. Here again we have these adorable wooden statues, and I do love this volcano. Another nice page, a little bit less complicated. Oh, here we have a lady hidden behind surrounded by flowers. What do we have here? Maybe it's part of her dress. Interesting. Oh, this one is absolutely amazing with koalas and those. We can do it in relatively limited amount of colors. For the bamboo and backgrounds we can use light yellow and green, then pandas of course, and to do only the umbrellas in brighter colors. So that's another one where at least I can imagine initial color palette. Here we have Carnival in Venice, definitely beautiful page. Look here, gondola, those traditional shape of their lanterns. It's another good one, even if I don't know what to do with the hand yet. Crazy books, but crazy in good thing. It's a good thing, not the bad. I really appreciate fantasy of the artist. I hope that one day when they stop to add those hidden objects, these books, they will be definitely on the next level of popularity, because they are interesting, they have various subjects to color, they have good quality, printing quality, everything apart from those objects. So let's wait for their first book, which was promised without these objects, and we will see. Oh, I have another peacock from the other artist to try. You know that I try to color peacocks from various artists, and finally I have them from Alessandra. Ah, look here on this adorable koala. Well, I think that what I said about these bears, I hope that I called them pandas, not koalas. Sometimes I say crazy things. Anyway, this one is good. I love to color planets. And koala in the center is quite good. Well, we have a snail and she probably has this castle on its back. But it's also not very difficult to color. Somehow I would turn it into a fall picture probably. I don't know why, but I would color it with more orange and red colors for the leaves. Again, we have owls. I love to color owls, and this one is relatively simple comparing to other pictures. Well, what we have here? We have tiger, and we have some parts of the architecture, huge amount of bells. It's challenging. The next one has these adorable lemurs, probably baobab trees, and some kind of crystals on the foreground. We will have to think how to match everything into one page. Next we have some underwater picture, relatively simple. Here we have these adorable llamas. I love these animals so much, they are so cute. Well, here we have probably some South American traditional designs, maybe from Inca or Maya style. But I am glad that I finally have llama to color. I don't think that I have them in any of my other books. Here we have the fishing tank, and I will do it as a yellow submarine. We have 3 of them, so it will be quite fun. And that was the last page. Well, it was interesting, it was challenging. I hope that slowly I will start to work here, and of course to color each page here, it's like resolving a puzzle. But you know that I love such challenges, so I am very grateful that I received this book. It definitely will be something interesting, and you can see that I already noticed a couple of pictures which I can use during the winter season. So thank you for watching, and until my next videos.